Internet! Hello, I am ecstatic. I received my pocket camera from Blackmagic Design. This cinema camera, 4K, I got back in late October and I've been using it ever since. So what I wanted to do was a post unboxing and go through a couple of the items that you may already have if you have not received your camera, or even if you do have your camera. A couple ideas on how to get up and running. So I'll do a quick start guide after I do this post unboxing. What you're going to want to do is get said camera. Take that beauty, set it down gently. Important, battery. I recommend that you get this charged up right away. If you have an authentic Canon battery, I recommend using that over even this particular one that came in the box. But in the meantime, I do not recommend using the clones, but get up the original one charged, and if you have authentic, use that. Then you want to grab your charger, get that plugged in and get it charged up. Next is your media. Just for this quick start, I grabbed a SD card. It's one of my fastest, highest capacity. So it's 128 gig UHS 1. It's a 10 speed. I know there's different ratings on this. This one will get you ProRes, DCI, and I believe I can do 60 frames per second with this one. I can test it out a little bit. I've been using different media, but I'll go through that in another video. Next, mounting plate. I went with the Manfrotto 500 series. Now this is a plate that is usually on some of the Manfrotto mid-level to low-end tripods and tripod mounts. So why I went with this one is because it's universal, it's decent, cost-wise I can pick these up, the kind of the knockoffs and clones. You got to be careful which one. Most of them work, and you can then swap your camera between your tripods and your monopods and your different configurations pretty easily with the quick plate. The only thing that I'm having an issue with is it is not compatible with that monster. The DJI Ronin S has a special little mill out on the back of the plate, so it's not compatible. So I can't just drop this on, but you're going to need to change the configuration and offset if you're going to go on that Ronin S. And now to the fun stuff. What I decided to do was pick up a Micro Four Thirds, so it's native to the camera. Now this particular Panasonic is 14 millimeter and it's 2.5, so it's decent enough in sharpness and in brightness that I'll be able to fly it on this camera pretty easily, and it'll be a great little wide angle walk around lens. And I can use the tap to focus if I'm ever playing around with that. So you can adapt a number of different. I have a whole suite of the Canon EF lenses. So I have the Tamron, Tokina, Rokinon are some of my favorites, and we'll go through that later. I have a number of other videos where I just did some quick testing on it and maybe took it out to a quick shoot or out on the front porch or to New York City to get some nice shots to give you an idea what the camera is capable of. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Almost all the lenses I'm enjoying. It's a different camera for me. It's a step up. I had a mini cinema Canon. It's the XC10, X-Ray Charlie 10, and I just got tired of waiting for the C100 Mark III to come out, and I got so excited when Blackmagic Design decided to come out with their pocket camera. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get a couple of these things attached on here and go through a little bit quick start guide here to get you up and running with your Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. You can see I installed the Manfrotto mounting plate on the bottom, the quick release plate. Now, what you're going to want to do for installing the media is you put your fingers in there and push. Okay, and the gold fingers go in, slide, real quick, snap it in, and push back. There you go. On this end, if you're looking at putting the power, you need to twist that one up. I have fatter fingers, so I usually have to move 2 of these up. They are fiddly, but they do fall into place. So what you're going to want to do is gently rotate this around. It's keyed, so you'll find the 2 prongs and then it slides in. Now, one issue I've had is this particular piece right here. What you have to do is kind of get your fingers in there and gently pry and lift up. See? Lift up there and then you can pull out. When I insert it, the best way to do it is you could try to line up, but my eyes aren't as good, so I just slowly rotate it until it kind of drops in place, and then you can snap it in place. Again, little pinch and pull, and you just want to find the rotation gently till it drops, and then put it in. There we go. Once you want to go ahead and you're going to take a look at this lens, just twist the cap. Go ahead and take off your end cap, micro 4/3, line up the red dots, and there you go. Good to go. Nice locked in place, little micro 4/3. Hello again. Every time you change any of the settings, I highly recommend that you have some sort of decent power source, because this will give you every minute that you're not tethered recording time. So what I like to do is, for the quick start, I recommend just jumping in. Here, let's line that up. And then this is a micro 4/3 I have attached, remember? So let's just tap to focus there. Hey, it does okay. Contrast protection in decent lighting. Yay. So off the top of the screen, you can see I have 24 frames a second, standard shutter speed, degrees. The iris is set up here. If you need to change any of these settings, you can drop in. And for this particular lens, I can change the iris. Iris 3.8 looks good. That's at 100. I could bump it up. Not quite necessary. 200 is good. It's a well lit area. Make sure you get your white balance okay. And then it's plugged into the AC. Very good. So that's a quick overview of the main screen here. If you want to get rid of it, you just simply quick swipe up, quick swipe down, and that has the on-screen display disappear. So we have the ProRes, high quality, 4K DCI. I go over to film setting. That's your log. That's your widest dynamic range. Extended video is, if you're doing low light, you do not want to use the wide dynamic range. Use this extended video range. And this will give you your best opportunity in low light. But I like to keep it in log because that's where I shoot most. You can zoom in. Take a zoom in there. Automatic. Yeah, and then you hit the button to zoom.